What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh, and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC moveset guide. We're talking about the bundle today because bundle is just so good. It really is. It's a fantastic Pokemon, one that I really didn't think was going to be as good as it is, but it's just really dominant right now. I have a feeling this will actually change as the season progresses, and as we get toward the end of Series 2, this Pokemon will see a drop in use. But we're going to talk about that in a separate video. I'm going to make an Iron Bundle counter video a little bit later. But if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. And also leave a comment below, what Iron Bundle moveset are you using in Series 2? But let's get into it. So what makes Bundle so good is its special attack and its speed. This is the fastest Pokemon right now, right? Plus, its access to booster energy makes it even faster. It's just a really, really speedy Pokemon, and it can set up a lot of other Pokemon with its access to Icy Wind. So it makes it a really, really just powerful Pokemon all around by lowering speed tiers with speed control, but also being just a hard-hitting Pokemon. So the first set that I have here is Iron Bundle with a booster energy. I think this is pretty solid simply because you can then rotate in things like Encore because nothing's going to outspeed you unless like Choice Scarf Tailwind is up, right? So you're able to actually use Encore on Pokemon, you know, like maybe there's a fake out Pokemon or something like that. You know, this plays super well into things like that. Being able to Encore repeatedly and just make Pokemon useless allows the Pokemon next to you to just do so much work. Icy Winds here, obviously, for speed control. Hydro Pump for damage. You could also opt to switch this out for, like, Freeze Dry. And then instead of Protect's a fine option, but you could also Flip Turn. There's a couple different options in terms of the moveset that you could run here. But it's just kind of just some things to think about in terms of the team that you're running. Terra typing for this one, especially if you're running Encore, Grass is super, super nice. I really like having Grass because you avoid Amoonguss problems. It makes you immune to your Grass weakness, which is really nice because, you know, a big thing that potentially is causing you issues with this Pokemon is going to be Meowscarada. So really nice to have that option as well to just kind of avoid some of the damage that you would take. In terms of the spread, 4 HP, 252 special attack, and 252 speed with timid nature is pretty much always what you're going to want to run on this thing, just because it's just going to make you that much faster. It's going to make you that much stronger. There's really not a better option. The second set is mainly just Focus Sash. This is the other option that you're seeing a lot of people run for Bundle, and I think this is a really solid set as well. Gives you a lot of option in terms of survivability because this Pokemon really isn't that beefy with 56 HP as its base HP stat and 60 special defense. This thing gets fried pretty easily by any special attacker in the format. So it's nice to be able to hang on by a thread with this particular Pokemon. Just something to consider as an optional moveset, maybe if you're using another booster energy Pokemon. So again, Freeze Dry, Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, and Protect. Again, you could flip turn onto this, no pun intended. There's just a couple different options that you could run. I think Encore is less effective on this set. It's better when you have the extra speed, in my opinion. But just a really solid offensive Pokemon with pretty decent support options as well. This plays super well with Freeze Dry because any water type that comes out, maybe you're running Arcanine. Arcanine is going to see an increasing use. Maybe you're running Great Tusk. Water types are not fun to play into this, so Freeze Dry is super, super nice for that option alone. In terms of Pokemon that are going to pair extremely well with Bundle, one that immediately comes to mind is Gholdengo. Gholdengo is super, super nice because it plays similarly to how like Choice Scarf Tatsugiri would play, right? You throw out Bundle, it's faster than everything, you use Icy Wind, you slow it down, and then you make it rain, right? That's just a really solid option for this particular Pokemon to have as a teammate. It just works really well. In the first team that I'm using on the ladder in Series 2 features a combo like this. It's just really, really solid. Other good Pokemon that pair nicely with Bundle are going to be things that, again, just benefit off of that. So, like, another valid option here is, like, Fluttermane. You think of like Fluttermane as like a big damage dealer because you can do something like this, and you can either do booster energy or you can do like choice specs, lock yourself into your double, and it does huge work. Obviously you have two very squishy Pokemon here, so you got to play accordingly for that, but very, very solid options. Teammates that are like more for defensive swap-ins for this Pokemon, there are a couple. For one, Iron Hands is going to be annoying for this, so like any ground type is going to be pretty nice. So like Great Tusk is pretty solid with this Pokemon. Again, this benefits from the drop in speed tiers, especially because most people are running like max speed on Great Tusk. The reason they're running max speed on Great Tusk, as I mentioned in my Great Tusk video, was that this outspeeds Timid Gholdengo. So a lot of people are, I'm sorry, everybody complains about me not changing the levels in these videos. It doesn't affect my brain, but it affects others, so I'll try and remember to change it. But like, this outspeeds Timid Goldango. If we come over to Goldango, we make that 50. Hold on. And then we go for this, and then we go for Timid. See, we got 149 and we have 152. So this is just going to be faster, which is super, super nice. But also it's going to be faster than other Pokemon once they have a drop from Icy Wind. So it's a really nice combo here. Plus you can switch into like a Thunder Punch from Iron Hands, and that is going to be really beneficial. Other Pokemon, you know, like I mentioned, Arcanine is going to see an increase in use. Arcanine can switch into a lot of stuff for Bundle, or Bundle can switch into stuff for Arcanine. Good combo there. Amoonguss is really nice. Obviously, Amoonguss is just a really great Pokemon, but Amoonguss can switch into Grass-type attacks really well for this Pokemon. So that's kind of the switch-in potential that you have to think about for this Pokemon. Just to briefly talk about Pokemon that Iron Bundle really doesn't like, because like I said, I'm going to make a separate video talking about counters like I did for Iron Hands and Fluttermane. But there's certain Pokemon that this just really doesn't like. Let me get these off the screen here. So I think Iron Hands is actually really solid into this anyways, just because most people are running like AV Iron Hands with like this as their setup, and then maybe like something like this. You go like 4 here, and then that. Something like that, right? Or they may even go like 244 and then 4 here as well, right? So this just takes hits very well, and it has a lot of moves that are just really, really good into this Pokemon, right? We're running Thunder Punch mainly, Drain Punch on this Pokemon. You're starting to see an increase in Stomping Tantrum as well. But like, this Pokemon just plays very well into Bundle, so it's one you really got to be aware of. Another Pokemon that is going to see a huge jump in use case is Gastrodon. Gastrodon is going to be huge, mainly because of Storm Drain. You can switch it into any Hydro Pump or something that this Pokemon is going to use, and you're going to be able to just absorb that and get a higher special attack rating. Plus, many people are running like Fire Terra typing. It's like the best Terra typing right now for Gastrodon, because you can simply max out your HP and do max defense as well, and then do like something like that, right? And it has an already really high special defense stat, so you're able to swing in with this and like Covert Cloak, avoid fake outs from Iron Hands and things like that, but also you absorb that damage. You can't be hit by water types, so the only thing that's really going to hurt you is ground types and rock types, right? And then run like Earth Power. Because the special defense is so low, Gastrodon knocks this out super, super easily, and it's just a really hard counter. This Pokemon is going to see a huge spike in use as the season progresses, because it plays great into Iron Hands, it plays great into Bundle, it plays great into Garganacl. So there's a lot of Pokemon that this just dominates right now. So Gastrodon is going to be really, really big, especially, and this is why I think as the season progresses, and as the series progresses, we're going to see a decrease in Bundle use, because there's just going to be more and more Gastrodon running around. I still think this will be a fantastic Pokemon, because it's one of the best Paradox Pokemon, but Gastrodon is going to hard wall this Pokemon so easily. The reason Terra Fire for this is because Freeze Dry does 4 times damage to this Pokemon, but if you Terra to Fire, it doesn't matter, right? So this is just going to be a super, super solid option. Gastrodon is just crazy right now. Other Pokemon that are just annoying for this, I mean, like, if you look at, like, Meowscarada, like, if you're running a Focus Sash Iron Bundle, Meowscarada actually with Choice Specs, not Choice Specs, Choice Guard, I can't talk. Choice Scarf is actually going to outspeed that Pokemon with a Jolly Nature. You're going to outspeed like crazy. Again, I'll move this to 50 for you all. I apologize. I got to get better at this. Oh, it's just going to outspeed. It's going to do crazy work with the Scarf on, and you just Flower Trick and that's gone, right? Even with it, it's got a pretty high defense stat, which is really solid, but its HP and its special defense is pretty garbage. Sylveon is going to be huge. Actually, Sylveon's going to be really good all around in Series 2. And Sylveon's going to be so good because, one, it's so specially defensive. Like, this Pokemon just hates it. But then, you know, most are running Throat Spray. And you're going to do Hyper Voice. 2 Hyper Voice, knock out Bundle, and it takes a hit from Bundle so easily, right? So this Pokemon, it plays incredibly well into Bundle, as well as other very popular Pokemon like Iron Hands, Meowscarada, things like that. It's just a really solid bring this series. So a couple different things just to talk about. Again, I will have a bigger video breaking down how to counter Iron Bundle, because I think there's a lot more I could go into on like just talking about that particular Pokemon, because it's so popular right now. It's so prevalent. Just a really solid option all around. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you found it entertaining and helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I post daily competitive Pokemon content. Also, be sure to check out the Discord, where people over there are hanging out playing Pokemon all the time. Also, if you want to see more from me, check out this video where I hit the ladder with Iron Bundle and had a great time with this variation of my Tinkaton team from Series 1. Super fun team. Rental code is in the video. Check that out. But also check out this other video where I talk about how to actually use Paradox Pokemon in Series 2. They have very interesting abilities, and some people are thinking that it's really worth setting up the weather or the terrain to activate those abilities. But I have some interesting thoughts on it here that you should definitely check out. But until next time, peace.